Hey guys, so today we'll be talking about how we can connect to GHL using n8n, right? So the first method will be through a HTTP request. So we're going to be following up from last week's video where we connected with Shopify, and we're going to get the customer's PII information, which is their name, their email, their phone, and pass it over to GHL, right? Because we were not able to create it using the built-in Shopify node from n8n, because they were only able to give us that the verified email was true, because this is the starter account for Shopify. So without further ado, right, we're going to be creating a new contact, right? Because we're getting the contact information. Firstly, let's just create a request, right? And you can head over to developers.gohighlevel.com, hit on to documentation, and in our case just now we'll be creating contacts. So explore contact, and we'll be creating contact right here. So once you've reached here, you can actually just copy this to get everything like the URL, the requirements, the headers, etc. all set up already. But I'm going to set this up the traditional way, right? So firstly, we just copy this and we'll be selecting post, right? So post, paste this. We need to set headers, right? Authorization. So after this, head over to your high level app, right? And then let me just delete this duplicate. Quick duplicate contact. So you have to head over to settings, go to private integrations, right? I'm going to create new. These are just previous demos that I did. Demo, right? And you're going to give them the scope similar like just now, but for this instance I'm just going to give them contact, right? Contact email, contact opportunity, right? Because we want to put them into the opportunity tab later on as well. So create, you're going to save this in a notepad or something. So first, after you've created this, you have to create it again if you forget this token, right? Just create it. Right, so as I mentioned just now, authorization, then this will be barrier space, and you put token, the integration, private integration token right here. After that, you need to add another parameter, right? You need to add in the version ID, right? You have to add in a version ID actually. So we're gonna copy this real quick, copy this, hit back to n8n, version ID. Listen. Sorry, this is just version only. Version, no ID. And yeah, next we'll just be sending a body later. So we'll be sending a JSON body, select using JSON, and we'll be copy pasting this from this field from the website earlier. Right, so hit back to this API documentation, right? We just copy this required body field, right? Don't worry about all the other information. We're just going to be sending the things that we have, which is the name, email, and phone number. So after this, we'll be going back to n8n, right? Just copy paste this. Now that we've tried it, it's probably not going to work because we do not have a location ID, right? It doesn't have access to this location. So where can you get this location ID? It's actually in your GHL link, right? So head over to your account, right? Just copy paste this right after location, right? Right after location. Now head back to n8n. Let's paste this. Yep. Now we have to map the previous data. Let me just connect this over here. So connect these data, first name, last name, right? The name, the email, as well as the phone number, right? So now you can just drag and drop the details. Yeah, the first one always somehow for GHL always ends up at the end, so just keep in mind in case it may cause you to have an invalid JSON, right? So just copy paste it, drag and drop. Right, so now that we've filled all of this data already, right? The data from the previous webhook, right? we can just execute the step, but we'll likely get 400, right? 400, because all of this data is not really actual data. It's just a dummy data from GHL site. So I'm just going to throw this into ChatGPT to tell them to give me the things that I have, which is these, and to throw out all of these other not required things. So from that long line of codes, we only end up with this one, right? First name, last name, email, and the location ID. The rest will be null and empty, right? So I'm going to execute step, and there we go. It has passed through into GHL, the name as well as the emails, right? Through integration, right? So now let's just get back to GHL, right? Context, you can see it's Jason Smith that I've deleted earlier, right? 1014. So that's it, guys. That's how you can create a connection from GHL using n8n, right? So it's from Shopify, right? The webhook from Shopify, pass it into GHL, which will then help you continue with the opportunities, etc. Yep. That's all from me. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.